Vibrations. You got the sweet sensation.
Marky and the Funky Bunch Band.
Come on, come on.
Come on, feel it.
Touch it. Yeah. Come on. Feel it, touch it. Love it, take it.
Beat it, bop it, twist it.
Ow.
I used to love that game, yo. Or you remember the was it Simon? Is that what it was? Where you press the colors?
Yes. That. Beep, boop, boop. Yes. Those games, maybe it was my ADHD at the time, but I've a limited amount of time for me to play those until I was like, fuck this shit. Like,
fuck with blue, yellow.
Yo, fuck this pattern shit, man. I'm like, fuck that. Blue, yellow, orange. Like, I swear it was blue, yellow, red, nigga.
See, it was toys like that were advertised as toys, but really it was the government, man.
Yeah, I was trying to control you, trying to get you to notice patterns in the system. You know what I mean? Trying to get your brain all fucking lifted. Now, see, I'm getting into what's his name?
It's a brand new episode of Clayon Couch. Yeah. What am I doing?
Mom,
Jacob?
I forgot about
I still have a
Yeah. Well, we gonna talk about this video.
Welcome to the show. This is Clayon Couch with Jacob. My name is Clayon. That is Jacob. That's a camera. It's broadcasting to you motherfuckers. I just want to try different ways to start the show.
I like it.
I felt like we needed to go very high energy in this.
Hi.
So I don't know. Do you want to do another take?
Let's do it. Do it again.
Okay, we're gonna get in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is Clayon Couch with Jacob. My name is Clayon. That is Jacob. We're here for you.
Can you smell what the couch is cooking?
If you smell what the couch is cooking, I grab it. All right, Jacob.
Yeah?
What makes you happy? What is happiness to you?
I'm a simple man. Doesn't take much.
Okay.
I mean, family, obviously. You know. I don't have a big family, but I'm a very family-oriented person. So, like, I'm the type of person that always wants to, like, hang out with everyone, like, every week and stuff, you know. Money, because money equals freedom. And just as long as my family's taken care of, everyone's healthy, happy, healthy. You know, I got some money to spend. You know, to have some fun with. You know,
I got my money in my pocket, so my mama don't worry no more.
Yeah.
No more. Like,
yeah. No, it doesn't take much. Just family, financial security. You know,
So
a place to rest your head. You know, I'm very simple with it.
Nice.
There's a lot more things that can make me even more happy, but I don't need that much to be content.
What makes it so simple for you? How come happiness for you is sort of family and?
I don't know. I think maybe I don't know. It's just that's what I feel the most comfortable. You know, I feel good. You know, when something is going on with one of my family members, I take that very personally. Like, and I almost feel like I can't be happy if I feel guilty about being happy if I know someone close to me is going through a very hard time. I feel very guilty, and I think maybe that stems from when I was a kid too. I don't know. I want to be. It's like almost an impossible virtue because sometimes I just want everyone to be good. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to be healthy. I want everyone to be, not getting into any trouble and stuff like that. And if anything like that does happen, it affects me like so much because it disturbs my peace. It disturbs me. Not in a way where it's like, come on, you disturbed my peace. It's almost like I'm just like.
It's they described it, or the word that they use is called an empath. So someone who connects affects so much that they feel the pain of others, even if it's not being inflicted on them.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I'm that way too. I don't feel okay if other people aren't okay. If I'm fine in life, but other people aren't, I don't feel comfortable because I know that it's possible for everyone to find joy and happiness. But the way I look at the world, I'm like, we have made up so many roadblocks that affect and don't allow people to experience their maximum happiness, and so that I internalize that, and it's harder to make myself truly happy.
Yeah. It's almost like sometimes if I know something really crappy's going on, with the family, or just, I don't really get too affected by like if you're not that close to me, I can switch it off a lot easier. But like if something's going on with like the family or something like that, I almost have to like distract myself, or else I would always be in a funk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, I'm so much more. I'm worse because it affects me. You can be a stranger, and if I see something wrong happening, I get uncomfortable, and I feel like I'm allowing it to happen because I'm not saying anything. I can't be in a situation where I see injustice and I'm quiet, no matter what, even if it means that I'm going to somehow lose my job or somehow get in trouble for it. So for me, it's worse, like I said, because it's with everyone. I feel a connection with everyone because I think everyone's life is important and everyone's valuable.
Yeah. I feel you, and I think one thing about me that I've come to cope with, I'm not, I'm still working through things, but one thing I've determined about myself is that I get so invested sometimes, and I get so angry about things, where I let it affect my day and my mood. Like I get so invested sometimes where it's just like I feel drained almost. And I've come to realize, at least for now, that if I can't physically like control it or do anything about it, it's like sometimes gotta switch my brain off on it, because I'll just let it fester in me so much, but at the end of the day, I won't be fixing the issue. I'll just be like disrupting my routine, where I let it affect like, my day, what the people around me and stuff like that. So I've just come to be like, I've just gotta sometimes just switch it off. Not because I want to, it's just because if I can't physically change it or physically help it in a way or control it, I just get too, I become almost a victim to that that negative energy and stuff. So I'm just like, sometimes I have to distance myself from it.
I have to talk about it. Yeah. I can't. For me, if I see something terrible happening, and I just internalize it, and I'm never able to vocalize it, it eats me up inside. And then I start acting out because of how I feel about these awful things. But I've learned if I talk about it, I can then deal with it more appropriately.
It's like, even sometimes when I'm like at work, I'm just listening to I listen to a lot of like public radio and stuff like that. When I hear stories that are going on around the world and stuff, like horrible things that are happening, it's just, I almost want to go on a rant sometimes on Facebook about something, and like I'll jot down, like I'll write down a paragraph of things and just vent it out. And one thing that helps me sometimes is just write, like you're right, you like talking about it, like, and what I'll do is I'll write it out. I'll write out like a huge rant or a huge status or something, and then after I write it, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes it'll make you feel better just writing it out, and then I feel like I can delete it because I felt like I just put it on something. So you're right, putting it out sometimes definitely helps a bit. It's almost like writing an angry letter to someone, and then after you write the letter, you feel better, and you can take away the letter.
You don't always have to mail the letter.
Exactly.
But just the release of all these thoughts feels good.
Yeah.
Open the mask. Close the mask. Start system.
So next question, which is on a whole different island. What was your first video game that you ever played?
First video game. I remember exactly the first video game I ever played. My dad had just picked me up from preschool, and he brought me home. We were waiting to go pick up my brother and sister from MLK, and it was the first time I ever played Pac-Man. He showed me Pac-Man for the first time. I forgot what system. I think maybe it was like Nintendo or something like that, one of the early systems. But like, yeah, he showed me let me play Pac-Man for the first time, and I was like, that was the first game I ever played was Pac-Man and stuff. And then the little like, I forgot the game, but you played like as a starship, and you had a whole bunch of like aliens above you, and one by one they would come down and try to hit you.
Oh yeah, it's like Invaders or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so those are the two games. Yeah, those are my two first ones.
First game I ever played, first video game I ever played was Duck Hunt. I remember so I was still living in Jamaica at the time, did not even know anything about this America thing, and we went to go visit a cousin of mine in the country area of Jamaica, and we went to their house one night, and they were in the middle of playing fucking Duck Hunt with the gun and everything.
Oh, with the gun?
Yeah, the fucking like gun, and I just remember trying that shit. I was not the best at it, but that's such a vivid memory of sitting around a television, fucking playing Duck Hunt and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, right.
First of all, I was young and my mom didn't allow me to play with toy guns, so just the ability to be able to like play and it was just like so clearly that was Nintendo. That was Nintendo.
Yo, back in the day, man, if you had like the game was one thing, but if you had the gun controller, that was
orange with the
that was
like
crazy.
Yeah, it was like orange and like a cream white color, like a grayish white color, whatever it was. But I remember orange.
I remember using that like King gun when I had like the Dreamcast system, and I played like House of the Dead and stuff like that. I had the gun and stuff like that. It was like the coolest thing.
You know what when I was younger, what I always freaking wanted? I always wanted the driving wheel for one of the racing games.
Yeah,
I was always like, man, what I would do for one of those fucking pedals and the fucking driving
those
and the wheel
cool,
to play my video. Oh my god, I wanted one of those so bad. I never got them.
Yeah, we had something like that. Me and my brother for the PlayStation 2, I think it was like we set up on like one of those like dinner type trays and stuff. We had the pedals. It's pretty fun when you have it.
That's just almost like that would have made driving games so incredible if I had the ability to just have the steering wheel.
Yeah, little shifter and everything too.
Yeah. Those, I think, out of all the like accessories when it came to video game, that's probably one of the top accessory that I think I would have wanted.
When I was like a preteen, the biggest thing to me was when Guitar Hero came out, those guitars and stuff. I was like, what? Like that concept was so cool to me, like the little buttons and stuff. Like,
see, I was the opposite. At that time, I thought the concept was so stupid. I'm like, yo, fuck this. I might as well just get like. I'm spending all this time. I might as well get a real instrument and then spend the time to learn how to play that. I never got into Guitar Hero. I always thought it was stupid. I'm so sorry. Even with the fake drum, I'm just like, I'm like, just go get a real instrument, bro.
They did come out with like the whole band and everything.
Yeah, it was like the drums and the guitar, and then plus also the guitar when you were playing with it sounded like it was just like you could hear the fucking loud. Well, yeah, you could hear like the plastic slapping against the thing because you're hitting plastic buttons and you're flapping this plastic fucking thing, and all you heard was like someone's typing. It just sounded like I hated. I'm sorry to show.
No, you're fine.
But I hated Guitar Hero. I was never. It was like Guitar Hero, Guitar Rock Band. It was the era of just interactive music games that annoy the shit out of me.
Right. Did you ever play this game back in the day called Crazy Taxi?
Yes.
That game was shit. Dreamcast, man. Dreamcast was where it was at. I don't know what system you games?
Dreamcast was a dream system of mine. I really wanted. My cousin had Dreamcast, and I was like, at the time, it was the most stunning graphics in the world.
It's crazy back then. Like how today it's just like your PlayStation, your Xbox, Nintendo, but it's like back in the day, man, they had like you tell like a young kid today, oh, you ever see a dream? What the frick is that?
That's a dream.
I even saw the controllers like in the picture. I'm like, oh my god, that's what I forgot what the controller.
Yeah,
it's like a big old fucking thing.
But the games were beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That's the graphics. I was so jealous.
Man,
Damn.
my Dreamcast, man, I played the crap out of it. Like I remember playing like things like Dino Crisis on there, like Crazy Taxi, House of the Dead, things like it was just that was a fun time. And
Crazy Taxi's an insane game.
Yeah, Crazy Taxi. And it's crazy how like when you see these games when you're younger, they look like 5K. Like graphics, and then like it was funny because Crazy Taxi. I just looked up a video on YouTube like a week ago just to see because I forgot about the game. And I was at the graphic like, it's so crazy how it changes.
That's all you know.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like I remember before, like I thought it looked so like even in my mind when I was thinking about the game while I was looking it up, I was remembering graphics and they looked so realistic. And then when I looked up the actual gameplay, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like
every time when you go back in consoles, you realize the world that you're in. Like even now, you go to PlayStation 3 games, they're all like beautiful, but it's still like a step down, and you can see like it's a little bit. At the time, it doesn't feel as clunky. It feels smoother compared to the last. But the fact that you're comparing it to what you have now, you're like, oh, it's a little clunkier than I remember.
That's why sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to jump to a new console now because I know as soon as if let's say I would have bought the PS5 when the PS5 came out, and I was playing PS5, I'd probably look at the PS4 and I'd be like, those are a little dated. You know what I'm saying?
Though, but I'm sorry to inform you, but I kind of think the PS4 and the PS5 right now are pretty much the same shit.
Yeah, it'll probably come out more when they start having a lot more steady stream of games coming out for it. But
yeah,
that's why sometimes you don't want to do the jump so quick because you're like, as soon as you start getting used to that new one, your old one is gonna start to look like it's gonna look different.
Think about it like the penguin. You might be the first to jump into the ocean, but right down below there might be a orca whale waiting for you. Mm-hmm. So you might not always want to be the first. You might want to be the penguin in the back to be like, oh no, that nigga just got eaten. I'm gonna wait.
Penguins don't get enough credit. Penguins are amazing parents.
Jacob, what's better? Being trapped on an island by yourself with plenty of food, or being trapped with your significant other with barely enough food to live?
Can we forage?
Yeah, you can forage, but it's gonna be a struggle to find your meal. Both of you, to find a meal that's going to make you full enough for the entire
day. You see,
day.
I overthink these questions so much because now I'm thinking like, okay, if my significant other is on the island, where's our kid? Is our kid like not existent, or is our kid like?
Well, your kid is probably with your family members back at home. Right now, it's just you and your wife. You're either trapped on the island trying to find food so you both can survive, or you're by yourself. But you have plenty of food. You can totally survive.
This is where I'm torn right now because I'm just like, I would love to have. Well, actually, I don't know. That might be selfish because I don't know if I should subject my wife to living on an island. Can we escape the island possibly?
You could possibly escape the island for sure if like a ship comes by or whatever. Okay, good.
No, go. So a ship come by.
Right, but a ship only comes by maybe even close enough once every 2 months.
I'd probably stay by myself then for the sole fact that I could stay alive in order to possibly escape instead of having my wife there as well, where we might possibly both die and not even get back to our kid.
So you're there by yourself. You have plenty of food, right?
Okay, yeah.
But when it regards to the ship would probably only come once a year. You have every year you have a possible chance of escaping the island, but if you miss that chance, you're stuck there for another year.
I'd probably stay by myself just to try to escape. I mean, with one person there, you don't have to worry about that many resources, and maybe I could possibly get away and stuff. And then I think it would be kind of selfish to say, oh yeah, I want my wife there too. Like,
companionship.
It would be great like that. But
working together, forging, getting all the substance.
That's good too. But there's always a chance we could both die, and then leave the kid as an orphan and stuff. So I'd rather have her be with the kid and me just trying my best with my resources to escape and stuff like that.
Well, I don't have a kid, so, and also technically don't have a significant person, so yes, I would not invite, but a stranger in me on the island, sure.
You say that
I
now,
would,
though. You say
right.
That. You say that now, but until, like, cause cause honestly, cause you ever see the show like Naked and Afraid and stuff like that?
I know what you're talking
like,
about.
Like a man and woman get together and they're both naked in the wilderness and they and on paper you'd be like, that's pretty dope, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, when these people be getting eaten by 1,000 mosquitoes at night, like intimacy and sex is probably the last thing.
Right.
You know, even you're not showering, you're probably smelling all types of ways. You know.
But if I'm by myself, I would go crazy.
That's true.
I would be making Clayon couch would be on an island by myself. and you
coconut as your camera, like, welcome to Clayon couch.
And you would be bananas piled up. Like, this is my house. And like, this is Banana Jacob. Well, guys, today I want to talk about the sand. Why does the sand get every fucking where? I mean, like, goddamn sand, get off my ass. Also, why does the sun always need to set? It's scary at night, guys. I'd go insane.
Do the soundtrack in the background. Clayon couch.
What are we gonna talk about this day? Sun, Banana Jacob.
And then you finally get rescued. People just see you like sitting on the you have a couch made of like bark, like and leaves and.
Not even. I have like a sandcastle couch. Made of sand and I haven't packed it together.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
It'd be fucking great.
But I do see your point about definitely having someone to talk to and be someone interactive definitely keep you. And also that could possibly also help you get rescued because it would keep you sane, you know, keep your mental sane.
And I also feel if you had all the food that you needed, like what you would just be like you would have no motivation to do and then knowing that you can only be rescued once a year, like what would you do knowing there's no way for you to be rescued? You have a whole fucking year on this island, you're by yourself.
Yeah, have to cast away, you know what I'm saying, build a raft.
I'd rather try to survive it with some chick or something. It would suck if it was a dude, like if I had no choice. It's just like some dude like, hey, fuck! I don't even want you. See, that's the thing. If it was a guy, I would probably choose to be there by myself. If it was a woman, I would take the chance because there could be a chance.
They got boobies!
Because they got nipples! I'm a sucker for nipples. And not just any nipples, big, round, and okay.
You would like start your own little tribe or your own little family on the island.
Welcome to Clayon Island.
But you know, imagine if the food, like, you know, when you say unlimited food for if you're by yourself, I'm over here thinking like, oh hell yeah, like buffet style, you know what I'm saying? But imagine if it's just like, no, there's food on the island, you still gotta get it though. It's like,
right, it's like growing.
You still have to know how to fish.
There's animals that you
I'm over here
kill and
thinking like there'll be like roasted turkey and stuff, cheeseburgers everywhere. Like hell
he's
yeah.
like shit. What do I want? Some Chinese food today or some Indian? Like
this gets delivered to you daily, you know.
And like one of those fucking drones just come down with your like Szechuan chicken.
Imagine after a couple weeks, you just like the drone comes down. You're like, no, I'm good. Can we just get me out of here though? It's like, no, I don't want any Domino's pizza. I don't want Pizza Hut. I would try to capture the fucking drone. Lasso it. Just lasso it. You're gonna carry me, bitch. Either we're both staying here or we're both leaving. Probably won't even be like big enough to fucking like carry me. One of those little like $50 ones.
The ones that just able to carry like 50 pounds of food or some shit. Like, and I'm just like still trying to capture it. I don't give a fuck. I'd be like, yo, if I capture this one, they send another one. I capture that one. I just get a group of them, and by that time, I have plenty to fucking carry me.
I am general of the drones.
You'll just see me flying with a pack of drones.
Fine, you didn't want to rescue me? We're going to invade. Da 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 da.
Bananas and fucking coconuts and motherfuckers.
Someone on the coast is just like, what is that? Those birds? It's just you and like just wearing a little banana skin around your front.
I think that's a black dude in. Are those banana leaves?
You painted like tribal colors on the drones and shit like that. It's like to walk.
Or just like, you know how they have those T-shirts like your hometown versus everyone. It'll be like Boston versus everyone.
Yeah.
It'll be like Clayon Island versus the world.
You actually win and shit.
You said what?
And it's my if you actually like win.
That'd be sick.
Don't left me for dead.
All right, Jacob, we're gonna try this for the first time. Not for the first time in life, but for the first time here on Clayon Couch.
Oh, nice.
This, my friends, this is called Questions Only. So Jacob and I are gonna have to discuss these stories, but we can only discuss them by asking questions.
Asking questions.
And it can't just, and it has to flow. It can't just like.
I've been playing those scenarios.
Right.
It's like, no, you're out.
You're out. Get out of here. All right. So the first thing that we're going to discuss, Jacob. So J-Lo and A-Rod supposedly split. So we're going to talk about J-Lo.
I don't know why I made that. I don't know why I made that. Right? Who gives a fuck?
That hurt your heart. That sounded like it hurt your heart, Jacob. Aww.
That really did. Why? Why did I do that?
You know, because that's how you feel, J-Lo. You know how you feel. So J-Lo and A-Rod split. So we have to talk about that, Jacob.
Okay.
So, did you hear that J-Lo and A-Rod split?
Are they getting a divorce?
How long were they engaged again? And I won that round. I didn't say this in the beginning. We're gonna have 3 rounds. That was the first round. Jacob definitely lost because he did not have a response. I mean, that was like 2.
It's so long. It's like
that was 2 questions in. All right. So the next thing that we're gonna discuss, Jacob's in questions only. The Weeknd announced boycott of future Grammy ceremonies.
So what was it again?
The Weeknd. He's boycotting the Grammy ceremonies in the future. He's no longer saying he's going to be a part of the Grammys.
Okay.
So we have to discuss the Weeknd not being a part of the Grammys. Do you want to start first?
I'll start first.
All right, here you go.
Did you hear about the Weeknd not performing at the Grammys or boycotting them?
Why is he not performing?
Do you think it has something to do with the negative reviews about the Super Bowl performance?
Did he perform at the last game?
Which songs did he do?
Was it the song about the not feeling his face when he's with someone?
Didn't that get good reviews though?
Alright. You got that one.
Oh yeah, we shaking off.
I was about to blow this Negro out. I'm about to blow him out. So this one comes...
Technically, you should have gotten out with one of those questions. Because I said, was it from his Super Bowl? And you said, did he perform at the last game? So wasn't that...
But I didn't repeat and said, did he perform at the Super Bowl?
Okay.
I switched it up.
You changed the words.
I changed it up. I thought about it, I'm like, I can't repeat the same thing he said, but I can, it's kind of like asking the same question in a different way.
Yeah.
I think you think that's illegal?
No, you're good, you're fine.
I think as long as I'm not saying, as long as you don't say, did he perform at the Super Bowl? And I say, did he perform at the Super Bowl? That's when I think it's like cheating. All right, last but not least, this is a visual one. I'll show you. So Ken, the Ken doll, is getting a new wardrobe by Dapper Dan. Do you know who Dapper Dan is?
Are we playing?
Oh,
I thought we were playing first. I was okay. No, I did not.
No, we're not. Oh, because I asked you.
Yeah, it was like.
No. We're not playing yet. I'm literally asking you a genuine question.
I don't know now, Clayon. I don't trust you now.
You're trying to get me out.
How are you trying to get me? It's like, how you doing today, Jacob? Oh, all right, motherfucker. We're playing now. No, I do not know who Dapper Dan is.
So just to give you some knowledge, so you don't go into this blindly. So Dapper Dan was this gentleman back in the day. He used to make high quality clothes for like rappers and stuff like that, like Gucci. So what he would do, he would take like Gucci fabric and make like outfits. they weren't necessarily official Gucci, but he was so world renowned, or people loved his design so much that people came and like bought it. So he was just. Okay. Does that make sense? He was like this old school. And by old school, I mean like the 90s and the 80s.
Okay. Yeah.
So he designed some outfits for the Ken doll, for the new Ken doll. I'm going to show you the outfits that he designed. And so these are the new Ken doll outfits by Dapper. Let me see.
Yo, that doll's dressing better than me.
Right.
Goodness.
So I'm gonna keep that as a visual. So because we might need it to ask questions or whatever.
Is that a Versace doll?
So yes. So
he takes these pictures better than me, even of a doll. Like, shoo.
I'm gonna start. Did you see that Dapper Dan made new clothes for the Ken doll?
How are the reviews on it?
I don't. Fuck, really? No! Shit!
Getting jiggy with it. No.
Damn!
You came in. You.
I thought I was gonna get this too. I was like, fuck, I was gonna get this. Alright, you won. Alright, fine. Jacob won. This one.
Gonna go at all.
No, not at all.
I even told him
not at all.
When he told me before we recorded, like that we might do something, I was just like, oh goodness, oh no.
Not at all. That was me because of this. I just fuck. Anyways, Jacob won. No excuses here. Next time though, I'm getting my title back, even though I guess I didn't have it. If this is the first one, he's the originator of the title.
We should make a belt.
To...
We should make a question belt, like with the question mark in the middle of it. Champion!
Alright guys, thank you very much for joining us here on Clayon Couch with Jacob. Nice fun episode.
Well, we don't talk about this
episode?
Was that it? I had fun. It was cool. We had some discussions. What about you?
That was good, man.
Any highlights?
Well, I can.
Okay, no one cares.
Anyways,
thank you guys very much for joining the show. We'll see you next time on Clayon Couch with Jacob. My name is Clayon. That is Jacob. That's a camera. Peace.
I think one of the reasons questions feel so like weird, especially coming from an improv background, is because like in improv you're always taught